What's good, y'all? This is Daily Action Picks. I'm Dan Titus, betting analyst and producer at the Action Network. Hey, my bracket's busted, so I got 4 of my best bets, player prop style, for you for Friday night's 12-game slate for the NBA. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the picks. The first one I'm rolling with is Marcus Smart over 13.5 points. You can get that at minus 118. So Marcus Smart, he's coming on his second game on this West Coast road trip, coming off of 20 points against the Golden State Warriors. I think he's going to continue his hot scoring in March here. Now he's averaging 15 points over his last 10 games, and that's even bumped up to 16.2 over his last 5. This Kings team can't defend anybody. They ranked 29th in points allowed this year. I mean, they've just been giving up points in the backcourt. If you look at recently Drew Holiday, Monte Morris, I mean, even Jordan Clarkson came off the bench and gave him 45. So I think Marcus Smart is going to continue to drop buckets and continue his scoring surge. I played this on Heat Check on Wednesday at 12.5. The book smartened up and gave it 1 more point, but that's still not enough. I'm going over here. The next play that I like is Zach LaVine over 3.5 assists at minus 135. So Zach LaVine, he's going up against the Phoenix Suns. Tough matchup, one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, but he actually dished out 8 dimes against the Phoenix Suns just under a month ago. And he's gone over this line in 70% of games this season, as well as 5 straight versus the Phoenix Suns while being a member of the Chicago Bulls. And when I watched the last game film, I saw a lot of Mikal Bridges on Zach LaVine, and we know he hasn't been scoring as much since his injury and getting that shot in his knee. And also on the perimeter, Jay Crowder's not going to be playing in this game. So I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for Zach LaVine to play facilitator, get the ball into his playmaker's hands, that being DeMar DeRozan. I mean, after all, the guy did score 38 points against the Suns last time. So I really think that Zach LaVine's going to have a really great opportunity here to dish out 3.5 assists. Over his last 10 games, he's averaged 4.9 assists over that span. So I've got to go over here. The next one I'm going to go with is Nic Batum under 8.5 points. You can get that at minus 118. So Nic Batum's going up against the Jazz, but I really have my doubts about him scoring 8.5 points, mainly because he's only gone over 8.5 points in 41% of his contests this year. He already put up a donut against the Jazz earlier this year. And if you look at the way Batum is used in this Clippers offense, 82% of his shots come either at the rim or from behind the three-point line. And he's really just a spot-up shooter at this point in his career. The problem is he's going up against the Jazz, who are the best defensive team against spot-up shooters this year, allowing opponents to only shoot 35% in those scenarios, as well as, protecting the paint. Over the last 10 games, the Jazz have allowed the 5th fewest points at the rim over that span. So, with 4.6 of Batum's 8.4 points coming in spot-up shooting, I can't trust him in this scenario. And per Fanshore, he's failed to exceed 8.5 points in 10 of his last 12 games with an average of 6.6 points over that span. So I'm going the under on Nic Batum. And for my final play, I got to ride the hot hand of Dejounte Murray. I'm going Dejounte Murray over 23.5 points. He's facing the Pelicans, and you can get that at minus 110. He's been on a scoring tear lately. Ever since Derek White left San Antonio, he's been averaging 26.2 points per game. Over his last 5, he's increased that to 26.8, but over his last 10, 25.8. So this guy can't miss right now, and he's exceeded 23.5 points in 8 of his last 10 games, including a 30-piece against the Pelicans on February 12th. The real difference that I've seen in Dejounte Murray's scoring has really been his ability to get to the line. I mean, over the course of the season, he's been averaging 3.4 free throws per contest. He's now up that to 7.6 over his last 5. So if he can continue to be aggressive, get to the line, I think there should be no problems with him clearing 23.5 points, as the Pelicans are allowing 24 points per game to opposing point guards and 25.8 points per game over their last 15. So if you're going to tail any of my bets, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to fade me, make sure you hit me with the comments, because I would love to hear what bets you guys are on tonight. So subscribe to this YouTube channel for more free picks and plays from the Action Network crew. Until next time.